Hey everyone, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow Up. Welcome to another edition of ReWatching Legion. Today I'm talking about Season 1, Chapter 6. I'm just going to be sharing my general thoughts after having just finished rewatching this episode. So yeah, in this episode we see that everybody's kind of stuck in David's mind, thinking that they're back in the mental hospital with Lenny, aka the Shadow King, as their doctor. And this episode I really enjoy because we get to dive into each of the characters, kind of what's going on with them, what's going on with their heads, and how they're each dealing with their own, things going on. Is David the crazy one, or is everybody else a little so I really like this is pretty much Lenny messing with everybody's minds and showing that she's / the Shadow King has complete control over David's mind at the moment, and that David has no control. And so I really like that this episode kind of explores each of the characters, kind of, I don't want to say, like, kind of inner demons / what their own issues are. So I really enjoy that because we get to learn a little bit about each characters, but we also get to see how, like, this whole episode's pretty much a demonstration of how much power Lenny, aka the Shadow King, has over David's mind. He even mentions at one point, or she even mentions at one point, that they've been together since birth. So the Shadow King's been there all along. So I really enjoyed this one because you get to learn a lot about it, and you get to just kind of see just how powerful the Shadow King can be in this episode, particularly when Lenny has a dance sequence dancing through David's mindscape, and so you can kind of see, like, her dancing through the memories and stuff like that. And I thought that was a really great way to kind of show that this character has this complete control over. And I particularly like it because the first time I watched it, I just enjoyed the dance scene, but the second time on the rewatch, during this rewatch I should say, it stuck out to me that, the reason that this is happening is because it's showing Lenny, aka the Shadow King's control over David's mind. She's able to just, literally dance around any part of his memory and mind that she wants, just kind of showing that complete control over it. And that kind of leads us into how this episode kind of ends with, the Shadow King proposing to David, being like, "Why aren't we working together? We could give God a run for his money." And when David kind of resists that because he's just infatuated with love, and that kind of pisses off Lenny, she locks him away because she's like, "I just need your body." So I just really like this episode. It's pretty much like a big whole demonstration of how much power the Shadow King does have over David, and like that he's got a lot more of a plan. So I really enjoyed that. There's one point Lenny even mentions to David about his father, which I really like, that she kind of very subtly doesn't give all the details away, particularly in the show. Like, for all of us who went into the show knowing a little bit about the comic book origin, we know that it's Xavier. Professor X is David's birth father, and that's where he gets the powers from. And we learn more about that at the end of this season, just a little bit. But I like how ambiguous they keep it throughout this show. It's just so much more, it's just more enjoyable that way, that they don't like directly out and be like, it's Professor X. I like that they keep it a little bit more vague, and this is the first time you get a little bit of the hints at that. Talking about how proper David's father is, and that's just a little nod to the Professor X character. But yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts on this episode of Legion. Share them in the comments below what you liked about this episode. Thanks again for joining me today. Sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and have a good one.